Today, would like to explore the topic mind is a monkey. There is a reason why I am saying the mind is a monkey, because like a monkey, how the monkey hold a branch and how it jump from one branch to another without losing its continuity of grip, and that is exactly what is mind. The mind always will hold on to one problem after another, something to chew on, something to remember, something to inner noising. It always hold on to one issue, and once that is over, it will find out another way to get engaged. This is the nature of your mind. Once we understand the nature of our mind, it will be easy for us to get liberated out of its holding, out of its possessiveness. So the mind today in us, it's keep on holding to one issue after the other and get engaged in life, so that human has lot of problems, and all these problems are brought by your own mind. So you can investigate what I am saying by yourself, by looking within. Today, what is your issue? You will have one issue which is bothering you, which is holding you, and that is the prime most issue you want to resolve. That is the one thing which you want to get rid of. That is the one thing you want to solve. That is the one thing which is sitting inside you, which is kind of bothering you to either to complete or thinking about it or get rid of it, or somehow that exists inside you. You may think that is the issue, definitely is bothering you, and that is the only one issue right now, I want to get rid of it. But the moment that problem is resolved, or that issue is gone, or that anger has gone, or that emotional imbalance have been fade out, do you think you are liberated? You are saying that, oh, no problem at all hereafter in my life. I got the peace of mind eternally. No. The moment that issue fade out, the other one the mind start gripping, the mind start possessing, the mind start revealing to you. So it continuously engage you one after the other, either it is a work or at a family or at your life. No matter where you are, what you are doing, who you are, this continuous bubble of problems are keep coming, and the mind start connecting all these things one after the other and keep you engaged. And this is called samsara life. Samsara saram. This is the samsara, the ocean of problems. Ocean of problems. Samsara sagaram. This is exactly called samsara sagaram. A continuous engagement of issues or problems in your mind, that means you are submerged in the samsara sagaram. How to liberate out of it, I don't even have to tell you. You know exactly what to do. But how to do, when to do, how this happens, how do I change the attitude of my mind? How do I change the attitude of my mind? And that is where we got stuck. But the first thing to get rid of the problem is problem recognition. If you even go to a corporate, a big projects or wherever it is, the first thing they will tell you is recognize the problem. That means you found halfway the solution. So let us recognize the problem, that the nature of your mind is holding on to one problem after the other, no matter who you are, what you are doing, where you are. That is the nature of your mind. Once you understand the nature of the mind, then we can think about it, what we can do to alter the behavior of your mind. Altering mind is yoga. Cessation of your mind is yoga. Freezing your mind is yoga. So this samsara sagaram, the ocean of problems, are there out. The mind just pick up one after the other for ease of you, to give you a easiness. It will pick up one at a time. It cannot hold on to 5. It just take one at a time. And then it start brewing over it. It's like a brewing coffee. It just brew over it. It just prepare to give you the effect. And this is how 99.9% of the people lives in the world. Brewing problems. How do they brew problems? The mind has a capacity to take one issue, one problem at a time and just hold on to it. It keep worrying about it. Or any emotional imbalance will be the result of that brewing. And it continues to do this one after the other. The moment one has gone, the other one will pop up. The moment the other has gone, the other one will come. You may think that everything is completed. There comes the next one. How come? Is that mind knows that the problem exists? No. You are living in the samsara sagaram. You are living inside this sagaram. The mind always see anything as an issue, anything as a problem. And that is the problem of the mind. And that is the nature of the mind. And that is why it has become samsara sagaram. It become ocean of life. This ocean of problematic life. How do I get mukti, get liberated from this samsara sagaram is a question, is $1 million question. Everyone knows the answer, but no one can do it. Isn't that funny? That is why I am calling the mind as a monkey. It keep on holding to one problem after another without leaving its continuity. As long as one problem is dried out, the other problem appears. The other problem will be taken on. And this is how we are living in 24 hours. If any one of you are not living like this, please let me know. 99.9% of the people live on the planet Earth. This is the exact same way they live. In between, sometime, someplace, this catching of this problem is too long. That is where you find peace. When you are trying to leave this problem, because when the problem is too much, let's say you are holding on to a fire, what happens? You can't hold on to the fire, you just leave it. At the time, you have to leave that hand, not holding on to it. And then it may take a while to hold the other one. Now, in between, you will find a peace. You say that I am in peace. Until you catch the other one. It depends on which problem you are holding and how much problem that problem gave you. If it is a heat, you cannot hold on for a while. You just leave your hand. It's too much to handle. At the time you give up, that is where the disease happens. You couldn't handle the problem. The problem is too hard. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to give up. If you give up the problem consciously, you will be enlightened. If you give up the problem unconsciously, you fall into sickness. Now you are on the bed. At least for now, you are not thinking about that problem because you created another one to worry about it. Or you visit some temple, or you read some book, some solace happens inside you. So the distance between catching one problem to the other is what you term as happiness, the peacefulness, and so on and so forth. And again, you hold on to another one, engage yourself into this samsara sagara. And the beauty is, no matter whether you are learned, unlearned, educated, uneducated, you have money, you don't have money, you are rich, you are poor, you are this, you are that, you are a dancer, you are a singer, you are a musician, you are an artist, you are a priest, it does not matter who you are. Everyone fall into the same cadre, same category, where they hold on to whatever the problem. People say that I am working in a temple. Then you should ask like them. Then you must be very peaceful because you are always in the temple. 24/7 you are in the temple, or at least most of your time has been spent in the temple. You must be at peace. No. You will be in the same category like any other samsara life because you are not given up what's supposed to be given up, which is your mind. You continue this baggage no matter where you are going, and that will give you the same effect. You can go to Himalaya, take this baggage with you, you will find exactly the same problems. You go here, you go there, you go for retreat, you go for the other classes, you do this, you do the Hatha yoga, you do Sirasasana, you do upside down yoga and what not yoga. You are not getting rid of the one which is supposed to get rid of. Then it is going to give you the same result over and over again. Are you not tired of it? No, because mind is such a great joy. It will give you the forgetting mechanism. You forget things. After some time, you don't even remember that you caught that fire in your hand because it heals you. And then you don't even remember that you caught that. Yeah, one day I caught that. I don't even know how it is hot or something. Let me go and catch again. So now you are going to catch this fire again one more time to feel how it feel like, because you forgot the feeling, and that is the nature of the mind. See, this is the advantage and disadvantage. And that is why the nature of the mind is to live in the moment. And that is where you have the tendency of forgetting. And that is why we are alive today. Otherwise, It will be too much for us to take that pain. But that one pain should have wake you up not to touch it again. But mind, forget about it. So the same advantage has become a disadvantage. Now, in your life, over and over again, you are touching these fire and feeling the same problems over and over again, and you are continuing the story. That is why I said, even if you stay in a temple, even if you stay in Himalaya, even if you stay in the place where you think you will get a peace of mind, you stay there. You go and move all your residents to that place. And I am telling you, you will not have the peace of mind. Because the one you suppose not to carry with you when you go to that place is your mind. Either you are doing social service, either you are a pujari, you are a priest, you are a church father. No matter who you are, everybody will undergo the same samsara sagaram. They have to cross this samsara sagaram. Will you be able to cross this samsara sagaram? Because we already termed this as samsara sagaram. How am I going to cross? Unless otherwise I disappear into this samsara sagaram, then there is no question of crossing. So, by defining the worldly problems as a samsara sagaram, you should know that you cannot cross this. All you have to give up. The one which understands this as a samsara sagaram, and that is the only way to get liberated. If you want to cross this samsara sagaram, good luck with that. So take a moment to think what and all you are doing for the last so many years in your life. How you are repeating the same thing over and over again. And same issues in a different way. Same problem, old wine in a new bottle. That is what you do. Same problem in a different way. You go and analyze yourself from your young age. How do you interpret this world? And you see that the same interpretation is there from your young age. This is how I am interpreting. I am continuing to interpret. So your interpretation has not been changed. Then how do you think your problem will be changed? You might be interpreting the world in the same way, but with the different objects. So the problem appears to be different, but it is one and the same. There is only one ingredient to all your problem, and that ingredient is your mind, the interpreter who interpret the world. And that is why if you see, the nature of problem which follows you from the young age is exactly the same thing what you faced in your young age. Even now, after such a long journey, you will have issues which is similar to what you had before. That is why over and over again, life is bringing you the same problem. But if you are conscious enough, you learn from the problem and then move on to next problem. Even though you learn from your problem, but you never learn to drop this mind, then you will get new set of problem with the new set of parameters, new set of variances. Still, the problem will be there. That is why I called mind is a monkey. it go on catch one branch after the other. It wants to hold on to something for its survival. The mind always wants to have a continuity for its survival, and that is the nature of your mind. If it doesn't have a continuity, it feels that it doesn't exist. You feel like, oh my God, my ego doesn't have anything to hold on. Either I am so and so, somebody's son, somebody's parambara, or I have this much money, I belong to here, or my social status is this, I am doing this, or oh, I am a social worker, I am doing this, I am doing that, or oh, I am depressed, I have this problem, or I have so much problem in my life, I am still surviving. There is a story, one way or the other, continuously the mind is making one story after the other, and then it drinks the juice of it. He is a story writer. He is a scripter. He writes script. He is a journalist. He can go on write a story for you, and you get caught up in the story. One time your story is about your family, your parambara, your this, your that, your dad and your granddad, and so on and so forth. And then one time it's about you. You did this, you are this, you served here. You had this much power, that much power. After that, you have another story. Oh, I lost this, I'm gone through this problem, I can write a book. And then another problem, and so on and so forth. So, as long as you exist, when I say as long as you exist, I mean your mind exists, the samsara sagaram will never dry out for you to just walk out of it. The samsara sagaram is filled with these waves. If you are waiting for the waves to calm down, good luck with that. And if you want to cross this samsara sagaram, which is the ocean of life, good luck with that, because you cannot cross this ocean, because it's already declared as a ocean, which is like, oh my God, how much you are going to take these problems. So the only way is to get rid of your mind, no matter where you are, what you are doing. And that gives a complete solution to all your sufferings. How to get rid of your mind is ground your ego, get rid of your ego. How to get rid of your ego? And that is the hard part. And that is why you come here on a daily basis. Boil up this necessary vidya, which means right understanding, to slowly dismantle that leader called ego. The ego cannot be dismantled just like that, because that's your investment. And if I touch your investment, you will be disturbed, you will be perturbed, you will be threatened, and you will attack me or attack anybody who is threatening to you, threatening to the survival of mind. So it has to be slowly, with the same logic how you created the ego, using the same technique, we are going to dismantle it. So one by one story after the other, one understanding after the other, will eventually evaporate this leader to get rid of the leadership inside of you. And that is the reason why we are saying your intensity is required to be liberated. As long as you are empowering your ego, Even though you are doing a spiritual sadhana, spiritual practice, it's very hard to reach that place. You have to let go your ego and empower the natural and God's particle within you. And that is the only way we can dismantle this gentleman, this leader. You can't unplug because it's your investment, as I said. It is your survival mechanism. You cannot just unplug. So, recognizing this problem is, as I said, it's an halfway solution. So, let us first recognize. Let us recognize, yes, in my entire life, I am looking at myself. One after the other, I have an issue. One day after the other, I have a problem. And I never had one moment in my life without pressing needs, pressing wants, pressing problems. I remember that now. And I see the mind is there everywhere, no matter what I did. And in your life, there are so many journey in your life. In your journey of this life, there are certain moments which you really cherished and celebrated. But you don't remember those because mind doesn't keep a record of it. Mind only keep a record of the bad incidents, the bad moments. Because it is capable of holding on those more than your celebration. That is the nature of the mind. Do not blame the mind. That is the nature of it. It came with you for your survival purpose. It is doing its job, as I always said. It is doing its job. All we have to do is let him do his job and liberate so that you are not under the influence of him. That is more important. So, recognize, realize, and liberate. With that note, I thank you everyone for listening. Thank you.